hate it a little bit. My friend Rich loves it. He was on the show back and we talked about Evil Dead. But I just I want games that are more like where you're scared. You know, this is like you said, more of an action kind of gore. It looks really good for what it is. I also don't have any time to I don't have time to play all the games I want to play. Or else I totally would play it. Like if as a teenager I just played whatever the hell I wanted, I would totally play it. But I did a Google search for what's the scariest video game, and this one game called Amnesia kept coming up, and I downloaded and started to play the demo, and it's really scary. You're in this dungeon and you don't know who you are, and it's very dark and you have no weapons, and there's whispers and sounds, and the music is really horrific, and like things blur out, and you go into places that are so dark and you start losing your sanity. It says so things get blurrier and you start seeing maybe things and extremes, and then I didn't get too far into it, but they just do a really good job of setting mood. Sometimes things like your whole field of vision will like shrink or go askew.
Oh, that's great.
A lot of people say this is the scariest game ever. I want to find the time to sit down and play it. It's called Amnesia: The Dark Descent, I think.
There's a lot of games like that that are kind of creepy. I even thought this was kind of creepy. I didn't play a lot of
it was kind of, yeah.
But the fact was really quiet and kind of
moody.
This next email, by the way, thanks Michael Radian. This next email comes from Alex. I'm on my lunch break and on the way home from work. I was listening to your latest cast. You mentioned something about Dish not wanting to pay money for AMC. This is not the story I read about a month ago. I heard that the company associated with AMC, a smaller channel, was put on the channel listing on Dish. There was a contract involved that the smaller channel would be supplied for a guaranteed amount of time, and Dish pulled the channel before the contract was up, thus causing a lawsuit. In the end, I guess Dish got a bad taste in its mouth and decided to drop all channels associated with AMC. I'm not sure if AMC was the main company or the company that owns all these channels, but anyway, that's what I read.
So I went and looked this up, and this is from Huffington Post. AMC contends that Dish executives blacked out the channels AMC, We, IFC, and Sundance to gain leverage in a $2.5 billion lawsuit that AMC filed against Dish in 2008 after Dish backed out of a contract to carry AMC affiliate Voom HD suite of channels in 2008. AMC COO Ed Carroll told Huffington Post that pre-trial motions in the case went badly for Dish, prompting the company to pressure AMC to drop the suite or accept a settlement significantly smaller than $2.5 billion. But Dish representatives said the company chose to stop airing the channels because AMC networks asked for a fee much higher than its relatively small viewership warrants. So the story we reported is what Dish representatives said, but AMC says that Dish is just doing it in retaliation for this lawsuit, which even though I just read it, I'm still kind of confused by it.
Yeah, very confused.
But something about Dish didn't live up to some contract that had to do with AMC. Okay, this one is from Jarrell. Hey Jane K, I have a top 5 for you. Here are my top 5 favorite movies, not of all time, but right now. I also want to hear yours. So number 5 is Strangers, one of those movies that makes me think twice before staying home alone. Do you know that one?
No, I don't.
Neither. I don't know.
Look at man.
Number 4, Jennifer's Body. This movie may be bad, but what guy doesn't want to see Megan Fox in small clothing for 90 minutes? I'm pretty sure Jason probably agrees with me too. I almost watched it because I heard it was so bad that I didn't watch it.
Wow, that makes his favorite.
His favorite movie. I know, man. Come on. Yeah, really. Yeah. Just go Demi Does Dallas. Number 3, Titanic. Visually enticing to see what James Cameron can do after Terminator 2 with its tragic historic tale. And I, 16-year-old, do actually cried at the end of the movie.
I cried too.
Yeah, I liked it, even though I, for some reason, think it's cheesy now. I remember liking it.
I liked it too. I really did.
I mean, it had the perfect like love story element, but like just the guys got to see a big giant ship destroyed.
right, exactly. Something from everything.
Number 2, Cabin in the Woods. By far the best movie of 2012. It makes me appreciate the horror genre every time I watch it by pointing out the horror movie cliches and why we have those cliches. I just can't stop watching this original, slick, sexy, funny, scary, and bold horror film. And we know he's like has a really good taste because he also loves Jennifer's Body.
Well, I totally am with you now. You completely agree. I love Cabin in the Woods. Now I believe that Jennifer's Body is a fine work.
That's awesome. I like Cabin in the Woods too. And number 1, Inception. It probably took me a while to get the point of the movie, but it was visually awesome, great acting, likable characters, and a jaw-dropping ending.
I've only seen bits and pieces. Actually, I haven't seen the whole thing. Sorry.
Yeah, you can watch the whole thing. But what I thought about when I watched Inception was that Philip K. Dick did it so much better in his. Do you know who that is? He's a science fiction writer who always wrote books about people who just had mindfuck experiences where their whole reality was turned on its edge, and often it would be like somebody's reality was turned on its edge in a way that kind of made sense. Like, oh, they're really in this virtual reality, and then other weird stuff would happen that didn't make any sense, and it seemed like, oh, even this new twist is wrong, and what's really going on is nobody knows. You know, lost.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, if you like Inception, go read some Philip K. Dick books.
Wait, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, well, I think we should do this as a top 5 sometime, because I don't want to give it away.
Then never
mind. We haven't done it. I don't think we've done favorite movies.
We did favorite horror movies.
And we did favorite like book to screen adaptations. So some of them might overlap, but we've not done favorite movies. Okay, that's it for emails. Let's move on to news from Lake Zombie.
It's been a quiet week in Lake Zombie. Actually, not that quiet. There's been all kinds of. Oh yeah, there's been all kinds of shenanigans. I'm gonna read you one of my favorite shenanigans, and then I'm gonna start off actually on a game because we're talking about games. There's a new game out, and this one's adorable. I have it on my iPhone. It's called Flight of the Zombie. It's adorable, super cute. Yeah, it's very cute and kind of simple. Let me see if I can find the little description. A light strategy cross puzzle game that puts you in the shoes of a zombie in search of more bodies. Most of the game seems to revolve around a simple goal: turn every non-player character into a zombie. You do this by making contact with anyone you see with the help of these line drawing kind of mechanics with your finger. You steer the zombie in the direction of the zombie go, and you're like, oh, pick up that ring, go there. It's adorable, super cute, and has a nice little song. And it's supposed to be downtown Pottsburg, which made me think Pittsburgh.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, check out Flight of the Zombie. It's free in the light version, and you can buy like $2.99 version, and that's more technical. But I got the free version. I adored it. Next,
usually, by the way, the light versions are either partial or they have ads. That's the difference. And the free version, the paid version is the exact same game, but it just has no ads.
There were definitely ads. Yeah. There is a movie coming out. Sounds like it's coming out in the end of August. At least it's coming out in Britain in the end of August. I don't know when it's coming out here exactly. Look for it. Called Cockneys vs Zombies. It looks great. Do you watch the trailer? Oh my god, it's so funny. I like it's Studio Canal, so right away that makes me think it's gonna be great.
What does that mean?
Studio Canal is the film company in Britain that's done all the best movies. Like anything cool in Studio Canal. Okay. And it's based in it's just a zombie movie based in East End of London, which is like the only East End right now. And I'm having fun in my head mentioning Olympians being zombies. And the trailer is totally on our Facebook page. And so go and see if you can find the trailer for Cockneys vs Zombies. And it's adorable. I like the whole I like the Cockney rhyming thing that they do. And they did a little bit of it in the trailer. The undead are brown bread, which means the undead are dead.
Cockneys rhyme?
Yeah, they do like this funny little rhyming things. They have like little cool little catchphrases that mean different things based on rhymes. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. One of the best parts of the trailer. I'm not giving anything away, but it basically shows a guy escaping from a zombie. An old guy escaping from a zombie. So very slowly in a walker. He has a little walker, and he just slowly lurching.
Oh, zombies!
Yeah, it just looks fantastic. So that's the movie that's coming up. Cockneys vs Zombies. Next, remember our friend down in Miami who turned into a zombie and attacked a homeless guy?
Oh yeah.
His victim finally speaks, and this was a big thing in the paper the last couple of days. Miami zombie victim Ronald Popo speaks about attack for the first time, right? And I'm intrigued. I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
But wait, Popo has been hospitalized after incurring a savage attack from Rudy Eugene, in which he chewed on Popo's face in an incident that has been dubbed the Miami zombie or Causeway Cannibal. Eugene was shot several times by police before succumbing to his fate. Hopefully they got a good headshot in there. And Popo was left alive, but with virtually no face and bullet in his body. But anyway, he's fine. Or
he got shot too.
Yeah, he got shot. Yeah. I mean, he's not fine. He doesn't actually have a face. But his quote was, "He attacked me." Popo said, "He just ripped me to ribbons. He chewed off my face. He picked out my eyeballs. Basically, that's all there is to say about it."
Oh my god.
That's his quote.
So sad.
I know. Oh my god. Yeah. And the interesting thing, I mentioned this before, but they said, oh, that guy must have been hopped up on all kinds of things, bath salts, blah blah blah. But I guess supposedly the coroner's report didn't show that he was on anything particular. Right. But some people are saying that the report that they don't actually look for a lot of different things that are out there, so they wouldn't have found some of the crazy things that are out there these days. We'll see. Yeah. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how do you prepare for a guy like that who turns all zombie on you? And if you have a lot of cash lying around, maybe you order. If you have an obscene amount of money lying around and really hate zombies, sure you have emergency kits stored away in your car or garage, and yeah, they contain band-aids, maybe some food and water rations and extra flashlight. But what?
Band-aids will help with your eyeball.
Yes. Like I got some. What if your emergency kit is a swarm of what if your emergency is a swarm of fleshing zombies? For times when a fruit roll up and indestructible can spam just don't cut it. There is the Zero Zombie Kit from Optical Planet. For a mere $24,000, your Zero Zombie Extermination Research and Operations Kit will provide all the necessary gear to combat the zombie menace, as well as heroically research a cure. Yes, really. The kit includes Kevlar gloves, night vision and thermal goggles, 400 batteries, and a solar charger, an array of scopes, lasers, and lights to attach to your handgun, shotgun, assault rifle, not included, gunsmithing equipment at Letterman, knives, and of course a lab set to find that cure for the rest of us. For $24,000, they actually give you a lab try find your own little CDC.
I'm selling paper. offer, so you can get paper cuts. $5 a sheet.
Isn't that crazy?
All signed by Karen.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, baby. I'll do that. You want some paper? I'll send you paper.
Hey, we got a tweet because I joked last week that for our first one dead contest, you went a date with Lissy.
Yeah.
We got a tweet that had hashtag when a date with Lissy on it.
All right.
I sent it to her, and then she said, you can kind of see the guy in his Twitter picture that he's caught at his girlfriend. Right? She's like, yeah, girlfriend.
Episode 69. Next, something a little more serious. There is a headline: Westboro church protesters confronted by zombies. Have you heard about this Westboro church? It's not good. Members of the controversial Westboro Baptist Church showed up to picket at a Seattle area military base last week, but were confronted with an unusual counter protest. Dozens of people dressed as zombies. So these are folks, the Westboro Baptist Church. They are the original. They're the original hate group. It's, they're in Big Kansas.
They hate like gay people.
They hate everybody. Apparently, they even read this too. They hate people who like have flags. Evidently, people who like love America. 8 members of the church, known for frequently picketing military funerals and other events as a protest against the progression of gay rights, found themselves confronted with the counter protest while picketing outside the Joint Base Lewis McCord on Friday. The playful counter protest was launched by Stanley, Washington resident Melissa Neese. She spread the word on Facebook. So there's a great Facebook page that you can go to. We wanted to turn something negative around into something people could laugh and poke fun at. She said it was the easiest way to divert attention from something so hateful. So this is so cool. So this is her protest, and they get this whole thing together and sort of make light of everything and divert attention from the crazy standing across the street. And she says that it was, it was a huge success. They had like 300 people show up. But the website, I'm not making this up. I don't think I could make this up. But the Westboro Baptist Church website quote after this protest said, "When you goofy, unthankful, flag worshipping fools decided that you would declare war against the Lord and against His anointed, you put yourselves in the crosshairs of a raging mad God who will come to tell you a few things." To it, it read. Yeah, I know. I'm not really sure that's even grammatically correct.
I think we should take a field trip and become members of that church just to see what's going on in there.
Infiltrate, and then there's the zombies. Yeah, I don't think they get the joke. I really don't think they get the
We might
joke.
go and say, oh, I know, I get it. They have a real point. And then we'll hate people with flags.
Flag waving, America loving. Yeah, exactly. Okay, last one. And this was kind of cool. So we went from the weird and unsettling. And by the way, I went on the Westboro Baptist Church's website. Folks, don't go on this website. No, really don't.
No,
You can never undo what you see, and then you'll feel like you have to just take a 3-hour-long shower and douse yourself with teenage alcohol to get the stink of their website off of you. Okay, this is from the Wall Street Journal. And this was a great article talking about the plague behind the zombies. So we talked about this before, and sort of modern zombies and where modern zombies come from. But this is kind of cool. This writer, I'm not going to read anything from the article. It's a great article. I absolutely recommend you go there. It's Wall Street Journal, and the title of it is "Plague Behind the Zombies." And the subtitle is "The Dead Didn't Always Breed by Biting." For that, the myth makers needed rabies. So this guy was like a rabies researcher, and he noticed that when rabies really became a big deal in the world, all of a sudden the literature surrounding vampires and vampires in particular, because there's lots of vampire literature like in the 1800s. All of a sudden the vampires turned from simply being undead and killing people to being able to spread their vampirism by biting, and zombies too apparently. And it was all sort of influenced because of rabies.
I'm trying to think in Night of the Living Dead, which is sort of the seminal new birth of the modern zombie.
Right.
Was it explicit that being bitten is what changed you? I don't think so, because I think people were rising from the grave. I think you just died. But I think the bite probably accelerated your death. That's what it was. You know what I mean? So if you got bitten by a zombie, you die quicker and you become a zombie. But if you died anyway, you'd be a zombie.
Right, exactly.
Anyways,
Exactly. Kind of,
rabies, yeah.
Rabies.
Zombie rabies.
And that's the news from Zombie Gone, where all the women are dead, all the men are bad looking, and all the children are brain-eating freaks.
Okay, let's move on to Jaden Walker's comic talk. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that there's tons of spoilers. So if you're not totally caught up with the comic, it's on issue 100, then you probably don't want to listen to this. If you are, it's really good little analytical piece. If you like it, write in and let us know. We may have Jaden do a regular segment once the show starts up again about how the comic compares to the show. So write in and tell us what you thought. In the meantime, here's Jaden.
Hey there guys, this is Jaden calling in. Thought I would give you guys a quick rundown of my take on issue 100. This is going to be really spoiler heavy, so if anyone doesn't want to hear this, they may not want to listen to what I've got to say. So first thing I want to touch on is the obvious big bombshell that Kirkman dropped on Glenn's head. And yeah, that's it. Glenn's gone. And in quite a gory fashion as well, even by Walking Dead standards, this was pretty gory. It was pretty impactful for me as well. Early in the comic, I pretty solidly picked 3 guys as my favorite in the comic series, those being Rick, Dale, and Glenn. And while we haven't seen Rick die, of course, we saw Dale go. And at least when Dale went, he got to go out with a bang. He got to basically poison a whole bunch of cannibals in the process of dying. And he got to, while he was angry with Rick right before he died, he got to make peace with him before he went. That didn't happen with Glenn. Glenn was taken very suddenly. It was really abrupt and really hard to watch. Probably didn't help that a few days before I read this issue, I saw a wonderful image on Reddit of a guy who broke his jaw and I could see his gum split down the center with his teeth on separate, individual sections. And made it cringe even worse when Negan swung the bat and put Glenn's jaw in half. So yeah, that's the other interesting thing. We finally have a villain that I think is worse than the governor. Because when you sit down and think about it, the governor was batshit insane. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was a horrible, horrible human being. But the governor made sense with what he did. He was running a town. He was trying to give them some stability, give them distractions, vices. He didn't kill Michonne when he had the chance. He tortured her beyond belief. But he said, "You'll be useful to me." Not, "Hey, your death is going to be useful to me by intimidating everybody else." But that's a whole different level right there of what Negan did by picking someone random to murder. And Negan's sitting here just running a band of hooligans and doing whatever they want to steal things from other people. That's all they really do. They don't ever generate their own value. So he really kind of bothers me. And then you look at the weapon he's carrying around. He's got a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Now, while a baseball bat is really good in the zombie apocalypse, I mean, it's an easy to use weapon. You can take out a zombie and do weapon second zombie, but with some knives you have to worry about. There's also no ammo or noise to really create a problem like a lot of firearms. Negan's sitting here with a baseball bat that by itself would be great, but instead he wraps it in barbed wire. And he's by doing that would then stick in a zombie if you were to use it. So he's relying on his crew to take out the dead, and he's using that on the living. Also talking about it being a vampire bat and wanting to have blood and all that kind of stuff. Zombies don't bleed. So this gives us a stick of he's using this only on the living, which really helps his crew be inspired. Now there's one more thing in episode 100 that I don't think many people noticed that really got my attention. What the hell's going on back in town that Rick and company left? You got Andrea walking around on the fence. I mean, is she gonna still be alive? We don't really know what's going on. We've got guys at the beginning talking about how they're gonna slaughter everyone in town. So we got that hanging over us. But at the same time, I noticed in Negan's crew, none of them have guns. Not a single one. I didn't even see any bow and arrows. They all had like clubs, knives, things along these lines, just blunt force weapons. So we've got one of 2 possible scenarios that went down, which either way are going to be awful. Either a whole bunch of people in town are now dead, including Andrea, or Andrea and the people in town shot and killed a whole bunch more of Negan's crew, which is now going to make him even angrier. Either way, this is not good. I mean, this is pretty much as bad as it's going to get. So we've got to deal with all of that going on. So what Kirkman's done with this issue, it really was pretty groundbreaking. I mean, he killed one of the most popular characters in the series, which I'm sure has 12 or 13-year-old girls around the country in absolute tears right now. Then you've got this new character introduced that is by far the worst villain we've had in the entire series. And then we've also got this cliffhanger of what's going on back in town. We have no idea. And now I'm sitting here dreading the month I have to wait to find out where we go from here, because this really turned things on its head. And it's the other testament to how brilliant Kirkman's writing is. But I really felt I needed to call in and definitely voice something on this. And my wife and I have been talking in great detail about how the hell they're going to handle this when they get there on the TV show if they do make it that far. Fingers crossed, of course. Because I don't see how they put this on television. At least not the 4% in the comic. I mean, this was major. Anyway, that's all I got to say about issue 100. I'm really curious to see how you guys took it. I know Jason, you're the one read it so far, so what did you think, man? And also, at the end of the call here, I know you anticipate zombie sounds well. I read a song for your podcast and use everybody else's zombie sounds, so I think I'm off that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If anyone out there wants to find me on my music, I'm on Twitter at @TheEternal. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, that's our show, episode 69. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Special thanks to Sonia Thompson for doing the interview and Jane Walken. Jaden Walker for your contact piece. You can find Sonia at professionalzombie.com and Jaden on Twitter at The Eternal. In the meantime, if you'd like to leave us a message, you can call us at 650-485-DEAD. That's 650-485-3323.
You can email us at brains@walkingdeadcast.com.
You can go to our website and leave comments at walkingdeadcast.